Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hello.
Okay, wait. Somebody's talking about Little Debbie. All right, Bella, it's okay. Oh, okay. I see why you said that. Hi, Rebecca. How are you doing? Okay, Emery, you're planting Little Debbies. Don't you wish we could do that sometimes?
Plant Little Debbies. I will be right back.
So we have Anne-Marie and we have
Evan.
Misty, Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. We've got Papa Z, Keith, and Red. And She Moved Mountains is Katie. And then Rebecca.
Hi, Crystal. From Correspond.
Hey, Crystal. How's everybody doing? Anyone stir crazy yet? Because you are? Yeah. Red says, if you want chocolate and peanut butter, stick some on a spoon and dribble chocolate over it. You know, I have actually, I actually really enjoy doing this. I get some vanilla ice creams and I put a little bit of peanut butter in it and don't stir it completely in, and then drizzle some chocolate syrup on top, and that's really good.
Would you like some ice cream with that peanut butter? We've been making jokes about, like, you want some chicken with that seasoning?
Yes, Misty has tons of jelly because she's been canning lots of jelly. She's made lots of jelly this year. And I know she's hoping that she can sell some. But
sorry, everybody, I just had to heat up my biscuit.
Rebecca says, if you're growing Little Debbies, I want to know where you got the seeds. That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna give it a few minutes for people to come in. I don't expect a whole lot of people. You know, this time of day, people are getting off work and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times we have fewer people. But there is Bub. How you doing?
Hi, Bob.
Bub says he's got Little Debbie seeds.
Can you send us some? We'll plant them.
Hey, Rachel, how are you doing?
I'm a big fan of Little Debbie.
You want to plant bacon? I know, me too.
Oh, that would be perfect.
I need some bacon seeds.
I would like to plant steak.
Unfortunately, we can't have bacon seeds on my property because we live inside city limits. So they don't allow bacon seeds or
steak
seeds, and or even, what would you call that? Beta seeds, maybe, for goats. Yeah, they don't allow that here. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. That's awesome. That's one of the things the homestead community is very welcoming, which is awesome. And so, Rachel, you're in your office right now, and you said you've been extra busy. So what you been doing that you're so extra busy? Okay. So her clients are event based, or many are. So everything being canceled. Yeah, I can imagine. So I'm sorry, because I know that's probably this is probably part of your busy time of year, isn't it? And Anne Marie, the corned beef and cabbage turned out excellent.
Oh yeah.
I cooked two.
Especially the cabbage.
I cooked two pieces of corned beef in the Instant Pot, and
The cabbage went real good.
it was pretty much all gone by the end of lunch, with 3 big boys and my husband.
Oh, you wanted to know who the clown was? That would be Evan. What clown? Crossover.
Oh yeah.
Because getting started on homesteading asks
Which one of the boys was in the Boy Scout video getting promoted?
I hate that he pasted. Dad has such artistic skills. I hated that.
Yes, that was my
Facebook. Why?
Because I love you and I have to show you off to everybody.
Oh crap. He was on YouTube too?
No, he wasn't on YouTube.
Facebook.
Just on Facebook. Facebook and Instagram.
Did you make a movie out of those compilations of like photos you made?
I didn't.
You should have.
I should, yeah. How are you doing, Peanuts Peppers?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody thought it was fun except him. But you know what? To be completely honest, okay.
2 days to get it out.
I know, but listen, when you get older, you will appreciate it. Trust me, because there's a picture of me whenever I was a kid and I was in a play, and I had to look dirty, and I had to look because I was a computer glitch. And so I had to look kind of wonky and everything off center and everything. And everybody else was dressing up nice. And so I felt out of place because I had to look junky and stuff. And my mom took a picture of it, and I was really angry at her for taking my picture. I was mad in the picture. But now looking back at it, I am so glad she took the picture, even though I was mad at first. So you will look back on it and you'll be glad that it was taken.
It's one of those moments where you like, hey,
Red.
Now Peanuts Pepper.
Hey Jennifer. Hey Christina. You haven't missed much. In fact, we are just saying hello to everybody as everybody's coming in. We haven't really gotten started. Yes, I know.
Everybody, I'll be back.
It's thankfully we've had a few days that it hasn't rained, Peanuts Peppers, but we are supposed to get more, so we'll see. I'm hoping that we start, the rain starts leveling out some, so that it rains some and then is dry a few days and rains. But we'll see about that.
I've got a question, Peanuts Peppers. How many peanuts actually get peppers? That is my question. All right, everybody. I got the bit. I have the They can't see. This is the prize.
Yeah, they can't see it right now. So this was what he got.
My arrow of light.
That was his arrowhead. They actually used like one of the replica arrowheads, and then those were all of his achievements that he got in order to become to get his arrow of light. So he's so proud of that.
Yes, he is so proud of that.
And Crystal says we're just lemon heads hanging out.
And that is true.
Red said, I told my mom after looking at pictures when I was a kid and had missing teeth, I bet you had no problem spanking me then. I was an ugly kid. She bust out laughing. You know what? Even whenever our kids look a mess, we still love them, right? So.
No.
Peanuts Peppers said, well, yes. That's a hard one. Maybe 4. Mm-hmm. Okay, now another question. How many peanuts are there?
I don't know. And Anne Marie had said, "Oh, I have lots of tons of pictures like that," and my mom has them proudly displayed all over her house. Yeah. See, my mom has hers in her picture album, so they're not all over her house, but
Two.
then she has a picture of herself from whenever she was little, and my great aunt, and actually two of my great aunts, they did hair, and so they gave her perms and stuff, so her hair's all super frizzy and blonde and everything, and she doesn't like people to see that.
Graham?
And husbands, yes, and husbands. Yes, Graham. All right. Oh, and Bub said, "Congratulations on the era of life, era of light."
And
then-
Era of life, though.
It's okay.
Era
And
of life.
Peanuts Pepper says, I also have two boys much older than y'all, so that's my little Peanut.
Oh. Then what's the other two peanuts that get peppers? That is a good question. Just so you know.
Okay, so my children often have unusual thoughts that just pop into their head. They're highly inquisitive.
What's inquisitive?
Means you question a lot.
I do question a lot.
Yes.
But that's
Yes,
good
they
because
do.
that just means that we know more because we ask a lot of questions.
Sometimes too much.
Lots of useless knowledge, yes.
Yes.
Oh, his brother and sister.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to find out, with everything that's going on out there, and without stating the thing that is, the elephant that's in the room, I wanted to find out from you guys how you guys are really doing. I have some friends that I talk with on Marco and stuff, and I kind of know where they are in all of this, but I was wanting to find out how you guys are all doing in all this mess that's going on.
A woodchuck can't chuck wood.
Yes, that's true.
But if it could, it couldn't.
But if it could, it couldn't.
Nope. You know the book, the little.
Okay, so Redhead said, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And he's saying that he couldn't chuck wood. But if he could, how much could he chuck? How much?
Couldn't.
But how much?
A tree.
A tree?
No.
I don't know.
Woodchuck could chuck wood, then
Look, now that's a
it'd only be able to chuck one piece because then the world.
I would have to get a calculator for that.
No, a woodchuck can't chuck wood. So if it chucked wood, the world would end.
Okay, so Crystal said that she thinks business is going to start slowing down, and Donald's job is essential and secure those, so they'll be okay. So that's a good thing. Not that the business is going to slow down, but that Donald is secure. So that's a good thing. And then, hey, Mama tried Homestead. And then Mama tried Homestead said, trying not to let my anxiety get the best of me. Yeah, there's actually a lot of people who have high anxiety anyways. And so it's just a matter of, trying to deal with that anxiety. I know I have issues with anxiety sometimes. Right now, personally right now, I'm doing okay. I do kind of go back and forth between, oh my gosh, and, oh, this is no big deal. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of go back and forth, but I'm sort of in the middle for the most part. And part of that's because I feel really secure in my food situation. If I wasn't secure in my food situation with my kids, I might be a little bit more anxious. And then so Red said, we're doing great, getting a lot of sleep. Peanuts Pepper says, I've got food in the yard, doing great. Yeah. See, that's the one thing that I don't have is I don't have chickens, and I don't have any other animals here because of being inside city limits and having been sick over the last, few years until last year. And so I haven't been able to get animals yet. And so that has been concerning to me. However, I do get butcher box shipped, and then my parents have lots of meat in their freezer if push comes to shove. So, and they always have way more than they could ever use.
And we can just go out back out.
So they
the
ask us to come and
old-fashioned.
get stuff so that we can clear out their freezers.
And now we can go back to old fashioned and go hunt for deer.
Yep, there you go.
And go down.
And then Crystal said that her dad keeps sneaking out of the house to do stupid stuff, though, and he's going to duct tape him to a chair. Well, and seeing the big thing with Crystal's dad is that he has some health issues, and so he really shouldn't be going out because he has, he's at risk. Big Dreams Homestead says, I'm really planting little Debbie seeds in case I can't get out to get more. Quarantining in place so we don't bring this to mom or others. And that, I understand that. Yeah, it's really important. In fact, we pretty much quarantine here anyways, because since I homeschool and everything, I don't really go out very much except to go get groceries and that kind of thing anyways. Go to church or take them to scouts, and that's pretty much it.
But we don't have scouts for 2 weeks.
So they don't have scouts for 2 weeks and that kind of stuff. So,
We had our
we're pretty
3-day
good.
scout adventure. We're good.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. I just had
Christine-
a hard time getting.
Oh,
back.
bless your heart. Christine says, I'm good. I need toilet paper because I can't find any. But besides that, I'm okay. Yeah. I mean, everybody kind of went crazy going and buying toilet paper and stuff like that. Hey, Nathan, how you doing, Battle? So, I'm hoping that they get that stocked up some soon for you guys. I mean, now myself, we generally have about 2 months worth of toilet paper on hand, and then I have shirts that my boys have grown out of that are flannel that we can use. That I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll just use those.
Grab hair scissors.
Okay, bought some butter, but she said this butter is bitter. Okay. Hey, Pete's Little Homestead, how you doing? Okay, so he said he's got everything he needs, so he locked himself down because of heart problems and lung problems. And that's the best thing for you to have done since you have those issues. And then Mama Z's Texas Kitchen says her and Papa Z have been talking about doing Butcher Box. And Butcher Box is great. I really think it is great. And to be completely honest, here, and some people were saying that it's more expensive for them than it would be to go to their store and stuff. But if you compare, for me here, if you compare the organic grass-fed to organic grass-fed Butcher Box, the price is no comparison. The price is actually cheaper with Butcher Box.
That is cool.
So
getting started on Homestead and saying, watch my video on how to make toilet paper. It works.
Oh, cool. We'll have to do that.
That would be so cool.
Christina Harper said, don't have a lot of food, but I have enough for a week or so. Yeah, and they said at this point that right now the stores are getting restocked. I mean, it's going to be, whenever the trucks can get there and that kind of stuff. But they have said that they are going to get things restocked. So, and then Rachel said, the farm is okay, worked hard all summer and have more than enough for me to eat. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So you're good. Oh, I'm sorry, Bub. I know. Computers sometimes do that back and forth. It says, you realize with her question, Shayla's going to kill us for starting trouble. Nah, I love y'all. I am not going to get upset. It takes a lot to get me upset, to be completely honest. I'm pretty laid back for the most part. It takes a lot for me to get angry at all.
Except for us, we get her angry a lot.
They know how to push my buttons, though.
Yes.
They're my children.
Yes.
Countryside Acre Homestead. First of all, hello. How you doing? And it says, we're trying to stay strong. We're homeless in 6 weeks. and are going to have to travel across country that is infected in some disease. But other than that, we're great. Oh, bless your heart. I don't know why, but I didn't know that you were homeless in 6 weeks. So I will have to go and catch up on your videos. I have been behind on videos the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to catch up, but with a lot of stuff going on, I'm behind on watching everybody's. Like I said, I've got to catch up, but I'm sorry to hear that because I know that has to be stressful for you guys. Rebecca Nichols says everything is good here. Not so worried about the virus. Totally concerned about the panic. Yeah, me too. I agree. And Samson Farm says I bought like 100 packs of mega rolls. You need something?
Yes. Hi, Crystal from North Star Prep Center.
You mean Kathy?
Kathy.
Oh, Kathy.
So many.
Hey,
Crystals.
Kathy. Yeah,
And then I mix up with one person who starts with a C.
I'm not caught up with the chat, so I'm trying to get caught up though. I worry how long this goes when the public gardens I work for can't be open and have events. That means less work, self-employed, so always nervous. Yeah, trust me, I can understand why that would be a concern. I know that they're trying to get they talked about today that they're trying to get funds into people's hands to help people get through this. However, we don't know when that's going to be, and we don't know how long this is going to last. So I can understand that hesitation.
Nick's a bit tired.
Yeah, Nathan, I say what I started doing was I started using some of my canned meat so that I didn't have to spend money on meat for a little bit. And then I used what money I would have used on meat in the grocery store. I used that for the butcher box. So that's what I did. It did take a little bit out of my storage, but I have plenty still. So we're still good. And that's what I did. That's how I got around doing the butcher box. If they close a dump station here, what will people do with their trash? Yeah, I have no idea.
Go outside and burn it. That's what happened.
Let's see. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? And then Red said we canned 4 bushels of tomatoes this year, plus peaches, apples, etc. See, I just ran out of tomato sauce. So I do still have like 2-gallon bags worth of tomatoes in the freezer that I can still process. But outside of that, I'll be done with tomato sauce. But we have canned tomatoes, and we have plenty of those. So I can always make tomato sauce from that if I have to. So you guys are funny. Bub and Nathan. So how are you, Kathy? And she said no worries about mixing her name.
I know. It's so confusing because there's so many crystals, and the one person with a C in their name is Kathy.
Says Nathan said eggplant makes some big old soft leaves, just saying. And then Tambra. Hi, Tambra. I didn't see you come in. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. And Crystal says she's trying to get, or she's hoping to get a pressure canner for her 40th birthday. I'm serious. Pressure canners, my pressure canner changed my life, really. I started pressure canning in anything and everything that I could that was safe. I do go to the National Center for Home Food Preservation. I use that website for all the safety because they are the ones that have done all the science behind it. So any kind of safety, I go there. Ball canning also online has some of the same resources and that kind of stuff. So as long as you follow those guidelines, you don't have to worry, that's for sure. And North Star Prep Center. So Kathy, how are you doing? Because everybody's been talking, and Tambra, how are you guys doing in all this craziness? We're trying not to say the name just because we don't need to. Everybody knows the craziness that's going on.
If you don't
but
want to, then you could just say the.
how are you
beer.
guys actually doing?
The what?
Are you guys
The Corona beer.
no, just no. Yeah. Are you good? Are you worried? Are you having anxiety, or are you just good? Yeah. I understand, Anne Marie. You're trying to get in your house, and you're doing a fabulous job, by the way. I am very impressed with the way it looks on the inside. And then Bub said, Mama Z, I'll sing you happy birthday right now. So Kathy said that she's doing well, still isolating. Messaged my primary doc today to let him know what I'm doing and told me to stay put. I'm chilling and just doing daily routine. Good. And Red said, I have learned a valuable lesson. If you're in a wheelchair, don't stand up or attempt to stand in to get in the freezer. You may fall in. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Anne Marie said, it seems like everything I try to do, I need to go buy more materials for, so I kind of at a standstill till the weekend. I can imagine, it's been like that whenever I was doing my projects for my garden. Every time I thought that I was done, I needed to go buy more. So I can understand that. So one of the things that, like I said, I wanted to check in to see how everybody was doing, because like I said, myself, I know that I'm good, and I know that we have plenty of food, and we've got plenty of toilet paper, and we've got what we need. I have gas in my vehicle. I really am good for however long. But I know that there are some people that aren't. There are some people that are worried that even if they are, that it will still affect them. So I just didn't know. And Tambra said, I'm doing okay, praying we have enough food to make it through. I'm a little worried about food. I think we're good for a couple of weeks. They sent us working from home for a few weeks today, so staying home. Mm-hmm. Good. And Nathan said, I almost filled up my truck for $40, $1.78 a gallon. Yeah, right now it's $1.97 here, and that is the cheapest we've seen it in ages. We don't normally get below $2.10.
Yeah, the golden days. One day we were
not yet.
It was when we were getting ready to go over to Stone Mountain for my crossover, and it was 101.
Well, that your dad said that somebody got it in South Carolina for 101. Not here. It's not here.
It's 192.
Yeah, it's $1.92 there. Yeah, see, between here and Virginia, at least in the up through to, from here through to Front Royal, the gas prices are approximately the same. They might fluctuate 5 to 10 cents per gallon, but it's pretty much the same. But and then Kathy said, I spent time today talking with family and friends. Yeah. And so that's one of the things that, we could just be doing is spending time with our loved ones and stuff like that we normally are too busy to do, And Christina said it's 2:09 here in southern Indiana by Louisville. Okay. So yeah, so that's not much difference.
That is so cheap. Samson Farm says he remembers prices for diesel for 98 cents a gallon. Nowadays they're like an extra 20 or 30 cents.
Well, see, gas. I remember when it was actually lower than that, because whenever I was growing up, diesel was cheaper than unleaded gas. And so
And back then, unleaded gas.
I remember unleaded was whenever I was in high school, it was like between 78 and 84 cents per gallon. So I remember it was.
I remember that I read in a book that whenever you were born, Mom, they didn't only give unleaded gas.
They had regular gas also.
Yeah.
They had, yes. But I'm about 8 years older than Nathan, so.
You're 47.
Yes, I'm 47.
So,
Yeah.
39. Math.
Okay, and Red says my sister keeps 8 gas cans filled at all times. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rebecca. I know that it's sometimes the internet's kind of wonky, but she said that her prayers that God gives us strength, be mindful of our neighbors, and to ease the panic in so many hearts. With that, she's saying good night. Good night. I hope you have a great evening.
Good night, Rebecca.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that I'm hoping comes out of all this, because society has been so fractured over the last few years, and I really hope that in all this, people actually help each other instead of
stealing from each other,
making things worse. Not just stealing, but
tisk,
other things. So I'm hoping that's what happens. So, anyways, okay. So one of the things I wanted to talk about too is substitutions. So and I had been talking about this with some of the guys that I am on Marco with, that
and girls.
Yes, guys and gals. That I'm on Marco with, and we were talking about different substitutions for different things,
such as you can substitute flax for eggs.
Flaxseed.
So,
and then Gemini Homestead, Miss Lippy, she posted something. No, she's not here.
Oh.
She posted a video yesterday, I believe, about different substitutions that you can make for things. And so I was just wondering if you guys knew of substitutions, just in case. So, for example, we do have to stay in our homes and we can't go to the store, or we don't have to necessarily stay in our homes, but we can't go to the stores because maybe they're out of stuff or whatever, and you needed it for something. So I was wondering if any of you guys knew some really good substitutions that people might not normally think of, like the so whenever I'm talking about substituting flaxseed for eggs, I was baking bread, and I know that you can substitute applesauce and that kind of thing in sweeter recipes, but I didn't want to use that in my bread recipe. So it was for making rolls, like yeast rolls. And so I didn't have any fresh eggs, and I don't have chickens. So I looked it up, and you can use a tablespoon of flaxseed, the ground flaxseed, for every egg that you need in a recipe. And we could not tell that we had flaxseed in it, and it actually adds, omega-3 fatty acids and that kind of stuff. So it actually is a good substitution.
It doesn't affect the texture at all either.
It didn't affect the texture either, yes. So I was wondering if there's anything like that you guys know of, that you guys would like to share with the rest of us.
And I know this is oblivious to the subject of this. Kathy, I saw your sauteing mushrooms video. I'm going to use that recipe. That looked amazing.
Hey, Lama Acres, how are you doing, Chris? And then Bub said, my wife said I've got too much gas. That's a different kind, Bub. and yeah, Red said that she saw her video. And Crystal said I always used flax if I needed to, but we have chickens, so I just eat lots of eggs. Yeah, see, that was one of the things that was one substitution I didn't know. I do know, like I said, the applesauce and that kind of thing, but I didn't know about the flaxseed.
I think there's one talented gift we have. We're not very good on cleaning, but we're very good at cooking.
Yeah, they're not good on cleaning.
No, we're not.
They're not.
But we're good on cooking.
That's why they have to practice so much, right? Practice makes perfect, right?
Not perfect. Almost.
Anne Marie, I don't exactly think that the same nutritional value is in those Little Debbies as salads, but they taste real good, right?
North Star Prep Starter says that chia seeds are a good egg sub too.
Okay, that's great to know. I did not know that either. Samson Farm says mayo is an excellent egg replacer. Yes, especially if you have to also use oil in your recipe. So that is good. Hey, Shakey's Modern Mountain Homesteading, how are you doing? And then, hey, Emma, how you doing? I missed several people coming in.
Hola, Emma. Hola. I'm not very good with Spanish.
It's okay.
Same with us, Emma.
Yeah, Kathy. He was watching your video with me, and he was like, I've got to make those.
I have to. Those look.
Okay, so cauliflower can be substituted for potatoes. Yeah, and you can rice them and substitute them for rice and stuff too. What else, guys? Hey, Fishes and Loves Life, how are you doing? I'm still catching up, sorry.
Oh, you're a vegetarian, Rachel? I've always been a carnivore. With a small mix of
yes, Emma, my kids have tried to tell me they were bored several times, and they know what I'm going to tell them if they say that they're bored. Don't you?
Yes, Crystal. We do. Just you had to make yourself not bored in this house.
Okay, simple foods, less recipes, but beans are so good for you if low on other proteins. I do try to use a lot of beans in my food because it does help to stretch out and gives you lots of protein and fiber, and so we do that as well.
Big Bro is currently sleeping.
If I'm tired of rice and beans, can I substitute beans and rice? Well, yeah. I think you'll have the same flavors though.
The camping trip, it kind of wore us out because we're adjusting our backs now back to our beds. A Fishes and Loaves Life says, no, potatoes must be potatoes. No cauliflower smells like beans. Hello, we are good, just me anxious, so I've been cleaning the pantry and taking stuff.
Yeah, trust me, I understand. Like I said before you guys came in, I know that there are some people that are anxious, and that was one of the things I wanted to check on you guys. I wanted to see how everybody was doing, if everybody was okay, if anybody was anxious, that kind of thing, because I think that it's important for all of us to kind of check on each other. To me, that's what the community is supposed to do. So I wanted to know about you guys, and then talk about substitutions just in case, because like I said, there are people who may not be able to get out to the store and get things, and they may not have stocked up like some of the rest of us did. And so, what are substitutions that they might need to make? And Gemini Homestead gave some really good substitutes, and I've heard some good substitutes here, so that's awesome. Keep them coming. Substitutes. Oh, wow. So Chris at Loma Acres says when mine tell me they're bored, they get to clean trash cans. That's a good idea.
Why can't you give that idea?
What do mine get to do? Oh, they get to go and
Clean the oven,
dust,
dust,
sweep the floors,
clean out the stove completely.
vacuum.
No.
Just
Yeah.
regular old chores.
No. If I'm bored, I just grab a book and read it. The one
Which is
thing I
rare.
hate. The one thing I hate is reading.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll do
so
that.
Pete's Little Homestead said the root of the daylily flower can be cooked like potatoes. I didn't know that.
Clean the. No.
Yeah, that was Chris. That has been kind of the consensus that people are not really necessarily nervous about the virus itself, but that they've been anxious because of how stupid people are being in their panic. I mean, I understand that it's scary, but there's no reason to actually panic over it. But there are some people who, in their mind, they can't help but panic. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to. Oh, yes, clean the toilets. Yes, that too.
No.
But that's one of the reasons that I kind of wanted to check in with everybody because, if there is someone in our midst that is really super anxious about it, I would hope that we as a community would try to, kind of help them relieve some of their anxiety. You know what I mean? So, hey, Rustic Traditions Homestead, how you doing? Yeah, and they said people are my concern. Yeah. So, oh, good. Glad you're good. Yes, exactly. Some are not prepared and now not working. Those are the ones that scare me because they act frantic. And that's
What frantic mean?
like they don't know what to do and they're panicked. They are, kind of going crazy. Really? Because that is the case. I mean, people generally, and I'm talking about outside the homesteading community, a lot of people outside of the homesteading community, they don't think that they need to keep anything in their home. Like some people don't even keep a week's worth of food in their house. Even though there is a whole month every year that is dedicated to preparedness. And we have been advised many times that you need to keep at least 3 weeks worth for every person in your family. But there's a lot of people that don't follow that or they don't know how to follow that. And that's something that we as homesteaders probably should try to address, I think. How do you get started, especially if you are lower income? How do you get started in preparing for things like this? I mean, it's a little bit too late for this go round, but just in case anything like this ever comes up again, it would be great to know, if you guys understand what I'm saying.
And one of the school mottos is be prepared.
Yep. All right. So Red says we keep an eye on our elderly neighbor, which is great, and that's important for us to do. Nathan says, I was going to fence in my whole yard before all this, and now I'm going to do it sooner. Yes, I understand. Yeah, and it says, Fishes and Love's Life said, yep, wait till they hear we are waiting this out longer than 2 weeks. I know, because it's not going to be gone in 2 weeks. Emma said, we're so thankful to not only be able to work from home, to be able to work at all. People are losing their jobs and some businesses are in danger of going under. Yes, I understand that. Hey, Holly Ridge Homestead, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming.
Okay.
And Kathy said people are being stupid and selfish, panicking, and then there are those that are buying up hundreds of items just to resell for profits. I agree 100%.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous.
You are so right, Rustic Traditions. He or she said, my daughter can't find formula for my grandson, and he's only 7 months old, so he can't drink regular milk yet.
Right.
Yeah, that's what.
We have heard that.
Mhm.
And
you've been buying formula.
I'm not sure what you would do in that situation.
Yeah. Not sure there's much you can do.
Christina said, I used to stock up, but then I thought I was going to sell my home, so I gave all the food away because I thought I was going into an RV. Yeah. See, and that's the thing, because whenever things like that happen, you had stocked up and then you didn't expect it. So unfortunately, things like this always happen the least expected moment. So I hope that they get stocked soon for you, because I know, like you said, that there was toilet paper issue for you. So I understand. So Anne Marie said, I did a pantry inventory a few months ago. I even did menus with what I had stocked on hand and was surprised that I had enough food stocked in my trailer to feed me for 2 months. That's excellent. That really is. I think that we pretty much could be fine not leaving here, like not leaving at all for 2 months. I'm pretty sure, even for my big family. Fishes in Love's Life said, my hubby is so chill about this, and yet thank God provided me some things he did not get that I asked him to. Yep. Yeah, that would be the only thing that I could think of too, Misty, is because Mama Z's Texas Kitchen said to check with the local WIC office. Hey, my land is his land. How are you doing? And I did not know that that Anne Marie, that goat milk could be substituted for formula. I knew that it could be substituted for milk, but I didn't know it could be substituted for formula. So that's a good thing to know. See, these are the type of substitutions I'm talking about, guys. If you guys know substitutions, let us all in on that information, because those are things that I wouldn't know either.
How did you know the trivia question getting started on Homestead that we didn't ask?
Bub said, that cat looks like he's tortured.
Wonder by who?
To be completely honest, he is the chillest cat ever. He is so laid back, and he just lets us pick him up and pet him anytime we want to, and he doesn't scratch, that kind of thing. So I just thought that was funny.
What are you doing? Go back down your spot, please.
Okay, TP sub, squirt bottle, and wash rag. Yep. We also, like I said earlier on, I have flannel shirts that the boys can't wear anymore, and I'm just going to cut them up if push comes to shove. And we have so many that we don't even have to keep them. We can throw them in the trash. I don't even have to wash them or anything. Tambra said, someone said to contact the health department and they should be able to help you with formula. Okay, that's good to know too. At Rustic Traditions Homestead, I was not able to drink regular milk when I was little and had to, yeah. See, I can't do regular milk myself because I'm lactose intolerant. So sometimes I can drink the goat milk, sometimes not. Yeah, water hose, right? I only have an L-shaped section and probably way less, or about the same, because we don't have 1/3 acre. Okay.
Look, our mom just stocked up on Kool-Aid packets. We don't need hose.
Okay. Has to have one of the formulas for easier digesting. Our goats are due in 3 weeks. so she can't find milk, then I will give her some fresh goat's milk. Yeah, that'll be good because goat's milk is supposed to be easier on the digestion than cow's milk. So, hey, Natural State Gardener and Homestead, how are you doing? Uh-oh. You already had to suspend your homeschooled child on day 2. Bless your heart. I'm sorry.
Why? Why do you have to suspend him?
If they want to tell us, then they can.
Alright.
Hey, Pine Knot Family Farm, how are you?
I have one thing to say.
Hey, Two Family.
We have not been suspended yet.
Yeah, my kids haven't been suspended yet. However,
Yeah.
sometimes they make me want to suspend them. From their ankles. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Since I homeschool them all the time, I can't exactly suspend them, can I? Where am I going to suspend them to? So, Pine Knot Family Farm and Two Family Homestead, you guys coming in? How are you guys doing in this chaos? Are you guys doing okay? Mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever? Y'all doing all right? Their rooms for life. Yeah. Yes. Anytime that you punish the kids, you're also punishing yourself. Always. Because if you tell them that they can't watch TV or whatever, then they're going to be bugging you forever. Yes, I know. I understand.
And you're not punishing yourself. No, you are literally going to probably have to die on your bed.
Okay,
That
so
annoying.
Pine Knot Family Farm said, good considering all the craziness. Glad to be prepared and spend the afternoon in a greenhouse. Yeah. That is one of the things that I would definitely, yes, mom. Exactly, Natural State Gardener. I would definitely advise that if you have something that will help you, to ground you, to relax you, take time and do it right now, because, it can be stressful. And even if you don't think that it's stressful for you, it might be more stressful than you think because of everybody else's energy. Everybody else is panicking or whatever. And so all of that can actually build up and you don't even realize it. So take some time to do something that's going to make you feel good. And Two Family Homestead said, I'm supposed to ask how your corned beef turned out. It turned out fabulous. It was good. This must be Daryl. Is this Daryl?
Is it Daryl or Sherry? Or both?
I bet it's Daryl.
Is it Daryl? Could be Daryl.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, Anne Marie. I really appreciate it. See, you're right.
Daryl.
Yes. I can generally tell because generally Daryl is he the way he speaks is a little bit different than the way that Sherry speaks. So I can generally tell. Let's see. Fishes and Love's Life said, "Oh, I wish my husband liked corned beef and cabbage. We always ate that for today." See, that's my husband. My husband's family always did, and so it could be Cheryl. No, it's not Cheryl. It's Daryl. Of course, Nathan. That's so funny, Daryl. He said he's getting instructions hollered at me from the other room. So, Pine Knot Family Farm, it is pretty much said we are on self-lockdown and I've avoided the news and Facebook most of the day, much less worrying. Yes, exactly. And I don't really, that is one thing I haven't really done very much of is be on Facebook. I mean, I go and check and, see what videos are posted and stuff like that in the small YouTube, small homesteaders YouTube, whatever, creator group. I always get that name mixed up. And some of the other groups, I always go to those groups and I go check them out. But other than that, I really haven't done much in the way of being on Facebook because there's too much. I can't do it. And Kathy said, I'm still in my PJs. Is that stressless enough? Yes.
Sure is.
Sure.
This right here is my cloak. I like it.
Okay. And Red said she can't take vitamin D or A either because it puts you down. Well, I'm sorry, because those are things that you really need. TNS. So is it Tony or Shelly? I'm assuming it's Shelly. It's normally Shelly. How are you doing? Pine Knot Family Farm said, I'm usually not on Facebook much, but the last 3 days I was obsessed with watching and looking. I had to stop. Yeah. I can understand that 100% because, it does get kind of, especially whenever something like this is unprecedented. We have not. Okay, well, you got.
I'm not showing this in the video, but I have.
I'll show it.
Fine.
Okay, so Kiwi Company, he gets, which this just must have been delivered. He gets these, it's a Eureka crate, and it's sort of like,
I forgot it was a new month.
It's sort of like engineering type stuff. They have Tinker crates and stuff like that too for younger kids, but this one, what is this one that you're supposed to be making?
It's called a tilt and fold desk, a portable desk.
A portable desk. So he gets to build a portable desk. He loves these types of things. I think he's going to be an engineer.
I got tinkering hands.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was Shelly. Let's see.
What I missed.
See, YouTube seems to run nonstop. Leave it running on different channels. So if your minutes go crazy, that's not bad. Trust me, I run YouTube all the time too, and so I may not always be able to comment on everybody's videos. I do watch them, but I have them running on my TV normally, and of course I can't comment using my TV. So, but I do try to go through and ever so often leave comments so you guys know that I'm still watching you guys. But yes, Kiwi Company is really cool. And that's important, Red. If you're not able to take A and D, then that is very important.
What's A and D?
Vitamin A and vitamin D.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Vitamin C.
I know. It's Tasha, right? Me too. I don't always know what to comment, but I'm watching. Yep. And my husband, Do L, says, I try to.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Well, I figure most of the time it's you, Tasha, but I always, whenever it's more than one person, I try to ask who it is that's talking, so I get the name right. Yep. All right, so guys. Oh yeah, the corned beef is great, Emma. Well, Daryl, if we knew who it was that gave us thumbs down, we might not like them too much anymore. So it's probably better if we don't know who does thumbs up and thumbs down. But anyways,
thumbs up.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm getting ready to shut down because Samson Farm goes live in 2 minutes.
Watch his live.
Yes, so y'all hop on over there. I'll be over there, of course, and I so appreciate everybody coming. Check everybody else's channels out. I just really wanted to check on everybody and see how everybody was doing tonight. That was my priority tonight. And anyways, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I love y'all.
I will.
And also remember, this is words from Nick. Teenage power.
Team power.
Crazy boys.
Bye, Dad. Bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye.